Hey everyone, it's LS, and this is the final speed VOD review of the Fnatic versus G2 games. I think, about 6 hours deep now into these speed VOD reviews. I feel like G2 just got their first draft win in game number 4. There's really not much that Fnatic could do. That stadium looks pretty pog. That's definitely a pog stadium. Whoa. We're already in the draft, so let's take a look at things. Aatrox being banned away yet again. Think it's a bad ban. Everything else, pretty standard. Now, Fnatic are not going to actually get their hands on the Akali this time around, so we'll see the priority handed over to Fnatic, and they actually picked Sylas Gragas, and so I already feel like this is, I mean, it's okay, but we've also already talked about what teams should do in spots like this. Should just be like a Varus or an Ezreal or something of that nature, something that can be flexible and recalibrate later in the draft, and then wait for more information from the enemy team. Jesus Christ. They're already playing 4v5. All you gotta do is choose neutralizing laners, and the enemy's playing 4v5. Neutralizing laners, and pinch the jungle, or not the jungle, pinch the early game vision, and that's it. Why do they pick Xayah? Is Ezreal right here? Ezreal. Ezreal, Karma. Ezreal, Karma, right here. GP.
Oh, GP.
GP's insane. Ezreal, Karma, GP. What else? Ezreal, Karma, GP, Varus, even, is completely fine. Ezreal, Karma, GP, Tom, Mord. Tom, Mord. These are both fine. Yeah, this is all fine. It's all completely fine. All right. Yeah, Sir Thomas. Xayah's really bad. Or Xayah's not. Xayah doesn't do as much as Ezreal does, or Varus in a similar situation, because there's the chance that you can have problems arise with Xayah. And then later on into the game, even though she has her Featherstorm and she can be defensive against the Olaf and the Akali, the Ezreal is infinitely more slippery and problematic for the melee team composition, whereas Xayah still has to walk up and be somewhat susceptible. But let's see. Now they ban Kled. Kled's not a champion that you have to ban either. Again, like if you have Ezreal or something, you don't need to ban Kled. In fact, you want to incentivize them into picking it. And then they ban Ezreal, which is very, very surprising. They can just, I mean, I guess Perks can go Draven in a spot like this. If Fnatic choose something even remotely susceptible to it. Could just go Draven. Hovering Syndra. They lock it in. I think Syndra's really, really good right now, by the way, ever since her buff. I think she's super insane. Garen, what? And Renekton. So I guess it's Syndra Thresh bot, or it's Renekton Thresh bot, and then Akali top, or something like that. And now the opposing team has to answer with a pick, and so you know that Renekton is top lane. You know that you're up against a Thresh and a Syndra, and I suppose in a spot like this, Morgana is probably best, and then send Shen into top or into mid. You send Shen top or into mid, and you flex with Sylas. Alternatively, you send Shen top. Oh no. Oh god. Guess you can't really do any. I mean, you can put. No, yeah, you can't really do anything like. I mean, no, you can't really do anything like that. The Ornn is terrible. The Ornn is super bad. The Ornn is a win more. Okay, if his R would be able to kill these champions, or if Fnatic is in a position to fight G2, they have to already be really far ahead. The Ornn ultimate is complete luxury. There is so much maneuvering inside of G2's team comp, the Ornn just doesn't make any sense. Because this team composition has one direction, and it's right through you. The Ornn is just absolutely awful in a spot like this. Unless you're going to put Ornn in the jungle, and then you put Gragas in top, and then Sylas in mid. I mean, I guess that's a potential flex that you could do, but even still, it's still very awkward. This should have been Morgana, and then, or no, sorry, this should have been Morgana, and this is just it's pretty awkward. This should have been Karma, I guess. This should have been Karma because Karma shields invalidate Olaf in the later stages of the game. Olaf can't actually run at the Mantrid E, and then they can kite backwards, and then the whole team composition is reduced to a Thresh Lantern, and then they have to find a way to somehow beat Karma, who can neutralize mid or top lane. So this should have been Karma, and then this should have been Morgana, and all in on Xayah, and then this team comp cannot build any resistances. Xayah is able to build double magic with... yeah, she's able to build double magic resist, and Sylas is just going to have a beautiful time. Gragas can even go off tank because he doesn't need that much damage to actually blow up the primary carries on the side of G2, which is Syndra and Akali. So it's an absolutely awful draft from Fnatic, and G2 definitely come out ahead in this draft because the situations in which you would assume Fnatic to be able to get ahead and then do anything with it, it's just win more. It's win more all around. So much win rate. This should have just been GP even. I mean, if you're thinking about a top laner that scales, why isn't this just GP? You can go. You can do the Nuggery. You can go refillable potion, right? Nice little refillable potion and a Sapphire early, and then you play really safe with the defensive jungle opening start, right? You concede everything right centric. Oh, GP's GG. Well, even more problems. Coach, by the way. Thank you, Twitch chat. Oh, Jesus. This just sucks, man. This really sucks. You know who's even semi okay here? Would be, I guess, Nico. Nico's a champion people have forgotten about. I'd even give you Kennen in a spot like this. Kennen and Nico are both fine in a spot like this. Because they play against so well what G2 wants. You need stationary, hard engage that basically handles the brunt of G2's burst and then just allow you to carry through the remainder of the fight. So, anyways. We'll go forward. I mean, the whole draft's a mess. I'm just saying situations that top laners that are not Ornn that can come in, because Ornn is just awful in a spot like this. So, okay. Nothing too chaotic happening early. Yanko's actually starting on his blue side. Fnatic's lanes all really suck. Holy crap. Holy crap, they all really, really suck. Ornn can beat Akali. It is possible. Olaf should know that he has no obligation to really be anywhere early. He could actually just full clear. He could full clear, and then he could look for something like this or something like this at level 4. That would be pretty fine. This is just a nightmare. Caps actually gets a really hard shove. And in a spot like this, what Cap should do is he can go over and get his ward on either which side, but he shouldn't go that far. He should go to like the absolute tip of where Broxah can be able to gank him from and just place the ward at that point. Wait for the wave to come up, and then just tank all of the damage from Nemesis, hard shove the wave, and then recall and come back to lane. And Nemesis is going to be real sad. Hard shove, come back to the lane, and you have an item advantage, and the lane's on your side of the lane. And your jungler's full clearing anyway, so there's no problem. I don't know what this gank attempt is by Broxah, but he's probably feeling like he needs to get his mid laner ahead against the Renekton. If the Renekton does fall behind, the side lanes can experience a lot of trouble, where Ornn is just then even more so keen to go completely even. That was a really good hook by Mickey, and Perks gets a kill, but shouldn't have happened. Hillsong really fucked up. Game's over. Game's over. Game's over. Alright, well. G2 are just so far ahead right now. Double Doran's blade, or double Doran's ring, I'm sorry, out of Syndra. Lots of nice poke. Syndra is able to do so much with lane manipulation, it's very nice. They should just hold the wave as much as they can. Nice poke, even more so by Perks. I have no idea what Fnatic's doing. They're over-forcing because they probably feel like they can't do anything later, and they want to get advantages. There's no reason to actively look for plays like this. It's able to be manipulated way better. You can just utilize the Gragas to get the crash and the bounce back in the wave, and then try to attack the fact that Yanko should be mismatched because of the blue timing, and then look to coin flip if you're going to do something like that. I have no idea what Yankos was just doing, though. That was very bizarre. Syndra should have picked up a Dark Seal somewhere, to be honest. Syndra should have picked up a Dark Seal, and Akali probably should have picked up a call. Renekton should have picked up a call, because they know that they win really early on, and also they just have so many nice advantages right now. This game is so over. I mean, bot is a nightmare. I don't know why they... Okay. So let's rewind one more time. Let's look at bottom lane. You know that Xayah has a desire to recall, and yet the wave isn't instantly shoved. It's very, very strange. Or at least the fetching should be a little bit different, because Shen can't actually land the taunt onto Thresh. I don't know why they're fighting with Shen. Now bottom lane state is really ugly. Reckless and Hylissang should not push. Completely take this wave, hold it right here. Shen tank it a little bit, heal it up with Targon, and then what the hell? Like Reckless can probably get level 7 or something and get a level lead. I don't know why on earth they're thinning it out as much as they are. Are they gonna let it crash? Are they gonna push? They only know one mode. Holy shit. It's not intelligent play. It's very bad. You can keep the freeze on your side of the wave because you know that if you push up, Syndra's going to kill you. If you're under your turret, at least you have the Fog of War around your blue side jungle that you can try to maybe do something with Broxa. But you should already know that you're losing, and you should just try to look for base stats that let you absorb more damage. And G2 is... They're doing stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. They should just know, like, okay... If we get a 3,000 gold lead, we can now just go 1-to-1 in terms of gold. And eventually the item breakpoints, we can just run right through Fnatic because of the dynamic of the team comp. Reckless should take half his life for that sin. But Hylissang said, you know what, I agree, and decided to donate to him. And then Reckless thought it was a good idea to trade. I have no... I mean, I literally... Before the trade even happened, I said, okay, they can't actually walk up to Syndra. And the first thing that they do is they try to take it's just bad. It's just bad play. Perks, like, fucking... smacking him across the face for misstepping. I have no idea what they're just tilted out of their mind, I guess. I don't know. There's no universe where that's okay. But Ornn actually okay, Ornn gets the knockup. Bottom ended up dying. They did not need to die. The gold score could actually be pretty close had they not died. And then with Ornn items, you can come back at a certain point. Ornn almost has Abyssal Mask. It's also level 10. I don't know why they are hellbent. on getting the plate. Reckless is almost dead, but Fnatic's coming down. Yankos is here. They're on to Caps. I don't know what Brock's at. Okay, he is dead. It's amazing. Does he not know what Syndra does? Maybe this is one of the... does Reckless ever play off-roll? Like on stream or anything? Maybe this is a byproduct of stubbornness. Maybe he just doesn't actually understand. Oh, man. He's probably getting really tilted by Syndra. Why are they looking for this? Like, what are they thinking? I know you're looking at it too. There's no world where it turns out good. Oh, man. They're tilted out of their mind. Well, the game is just over. Oblivion Orb next on Syndra for the near true damage onto the targets in the mid game is the most important thing. Flat Cleaver first on Olaf is interesting rather than just getting a jungle item. They're really tunneling into the mono red, trying to amplify the damage for Thresh, Renekton, and Olaf. And now Fnatic, without anything to really do. I mean, they're just playing ping pong with the waves, and obviously this isn't good. Top turret dying is really good for Fnatic. What the fuck was that? Even if you kill the Syndra, it doesn't grant anything. There's no objective on the map. You're not getting mid-tier 1 turret. So I have no idea why they would expend it just for the gold. I could understand if you want to trade 1 for 1 or something because you scale harder, but... Oh, man. Like, Ornn items are great if they can actually get to them. Ornn items are going to be fantastic. What do you have? I guess you have Zhonya's for... you have Zhonya's for Sylas. You have Zhonya's for Gragas. And Zhonya's actually isn't even the best item. Zaya's what? Infinity Edge, which is really insane. Shen is Redemption. So... yeah, the Ornn items are all pretty sick. I do like Sunfire Cape here instead of just going for the Iceborne Gauntlet because the burn damage plays such a larger role inside of the fights. Cloud Dragon's coming up, but there's no reason for Fnatic to contest it. They're just playing defensive right now, down 6k gold. Once Ornn hits level 14, though, they're down 5k gold. What the hell? The team comp's just so rough, man. What do you want Xayah to do when Ornn, Gragas, and Sylas fall this far behind? And even if they're ahead, it's still a team fight. How do you really just protect her? There is not an like. I mean, Ornn and Gragas are good in defense. They would have to go really even, all across the board, but it's so hard with the lane setups. So the only laner that can sort of win is Ornn, on his own accord anyway. I have no idea what this team fight is, but we're getting a bit of a fiesta. And G2 is throwing, and if they lose one more, well, Fnatic might still attempt the Baroon, and it does look like they are doing that. What the fuck is Broxa doing, man? What the hell was... what? Oh. What? Why? Just do the Baron. Just be in the Baron pit. Yeah, just be in the Baron pit.
Make them walk closer.
Make them walk closer and have a worse angle. Absolutely. Then you can kill them. Just be in the Baron pit. And then heal up with Gragas passive even more. Holy shit. And now G2 doing the Baron. Oh, from this. No. No way. All right. Jesus, that's the throw of the year. Holy crap. Oh, man, that's actually awful. Okay, and now Nemesis dies, too. I have no idea what they were doing. This is so disjointed. I mean, Caps kill. Oh, jeez. That was terrible. That was definitely throw of the year. Broxer for MVP. Holy guacamole. He has Oblivion Orb and Pen, even though they're gonna get MR next. Like, they're incentivized to build MR. Like, you know Syndra is gonna be getting Banshee's Veil. You know that Renekton is probably gonna end up getting like Adaptive Helm or Spirit Visage or something of that nature later. You know that Olaf is gonna get Stone Plate, or he'll get GA. Jeez, it's looking like my Ornalt. What? All right, so they're down 7,500 gold. It is only 3 Cloud Dragons. Can they turtle? Probably not. Let's take a look. They're turtling. Rippo gets hit, but he's too tanky. And they're losing mid-tier 1, which is not actually the worst. They are hanging on, though. 30 seconds until Baron. If they can hang on, Ornn is already giving, like, what, 1,100 gold or something worth of stats, and he himself has 3,700 gold worth of stats. So, what, he hasn't given an item. Why is no one building Ornn items? Oh, well, Luden's Echo on, so he gives an amp tome and a half if you upgrade Luden's, because the mana's sort of irrelevant. Jesus. Holy moly, guacamole. So the other thing, inside of this game is if Ornn hits 15, you give Luden's Echo upgrade to Sylas, and then you give Eye Edge to Xayah, but they should be letting Ornn get. It should be letting Ornn get 15, and then Shen should have Redemption. It's not Night's Vow. Well, actually, no. You go Night's Vow first, and then by the time Ornn hits the level that would be needed for you to have Redemption, the situations have probably unfolded to the point where you can end up getting it. That's a pretty sick. That should never happen. Why is G2 playing like this? They should just be doing very careful and defensive 1-3-1s and waiting for Baron. Waiting for Baron and waiting for Infernal Dragon. And so now, Fnatic, even though everything has gone really bad and the draft really sucks, they're almost at a point where they can hang on, and Ornn is getting really scary. Xayah is building a magic resist item, which is going to be pretty insane. Yeah, this is the situation where no, you never ever Ornalt. You never ever Ornalt. You never Ornalt. Just never ever Ornalt. If they had Ornn Ultimate in a spot like this, G2 can never go over to the Baron, and now they're going to lose the Infernal. Now, if you're G2, you wait until 30 minutes to take Infernal. You wait till 30 because your team composition that wants to charge directly into the opponent, it wants the Elder. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Holy poggers. If Ornn had ult. If Ornn fucking had ult. Oh my god. G2 would have played out the same fucking sequence if Ornn had ult. I guess, yeah, the only option, you double inhibitor them if you can. No, actually they can't. That's too risky to double inhib. You one inhib open base, but Fnatic's actually now in a pretty, I mean, I would say it's probably a winning game state. Yeah, this is, no, don't push it right away. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is a winning game state. Rabadon's Death Cap, move the item slot all the way to the left so that Ornn upgrades your Rabadons. Oh, man. G2 can lose this game. They're actually playing really bad, despite how grossly far ahead they were. Holy shit. Rabadons on Nemesis. That is 1,700 gold. Fnatic is Fnatic's almost ahead in gold. No, they are. They are actually ahead in gold. Because Infernal Dragon. They're ahead. What? You can also sort of blame Hylissang, because if the Shen ultimate came out, this fight is way better for Fnatic with Syndra ult missing, and then they take the team fight. And then Nemesis steals Syndra R. Nemesis steals Syndra R, and then that's really, really scary because he has death cap and whatnot. Fnatic can still win. Jesus Christ. Mono Red is fucking, it's about to face Teferi. I mean, Teferi is already online, but this Teferi +1's at 8. He +1's at 8 with holding counterspell up. And he gets hit by a creature again. And he loses the ability to ulti or something. I don't even know. This is awful. Fnatic can just hang on through the Baron. It's only 2 minutes. They'll win. Even if it's triple inhibitor, they will win. And they're dead. And the team fighting is very poor. Out of Fnatic, they're getting dismantled on a mechanical level. And this is just overall really bad. That sucks. That's going to be the game. They almost brought it back. They almost brought it back. I know I'm not going super in-depth, but that's because this is game number 5. I've been at this now for like 6-7 hours or something. Super sorry about that. Almost able to bring it back, but they end up winning in the finals. In the last game, I would say that they had a better team composition because of how difficult... Like, this is a pretty gross stabilizing. They got ahead early. Well, like, I would say that they won this game because... This is one of those comps where I'm okay for Mono Red. I'm genuinely okay for Mono Red. This is one of those themes. And Fnatic responded to it really poorly in the draft. But Fnatic did get to the late game. They got online. And they just weren't able to close it out. Nemesis obviously dying there. And then just not having the Ornn ultimate because he wanted to use it for Akali. I mean, we can look at it one more time, too. Oh, wait. It's right here, right? Like, let's say, I guess they're thinking, like, if they kill the Akali here, then they get the Baron, and that's what they want. Or they are thinking that they get the Infernal Dragon, but it's a blind shot, and you also know that Caps is in close proximity. So even though Nemesis is there, I mean, Hylissang is there as well because of the Shen ultimate, but you can't really get onto her, and especially not a blind shot. It's just way too high variance. No reason to take a play like that. So that's pretty much it for game number 5. Overall, the series had a lot of action inside of it, and I do think that that is very fun to watch, but I am very underwhelmed with all the drafts. Even when teams won the draft, it was more so of a byproduct of the opponent giving them the wins rather than through their own creation. And then in addition to that, I feel like there was just so many high variance plays that don't have to happen, and a lot of people will look at them as saying that they're okay when they work out, and then obviously they're bad, like Captain Hindsight, when they don't work out. And then they'll say something like, oh, the meta's different, it's not about slow gameplay, it's about aggro. And then you ask them the question, well, could this team have defended here? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, well, then it doesn't sound like it's that good of a play. But anyways, that's all fine.